I done what you told me to do.
Gullah means that you are a descendant of West Africans who were enslaved here in the Sea Islands, going all the way up from North Carolina all the way down to Florida, but primarily in our South Carolina Sea Islands.
They were brought from the coast of West Africa to the Low Country and enslaved in order to do the labor of the plantations that helped to build America.
It's the blending of all of those cultures that came together during the transatlantic slave trade that gave birth to this culture called Gullah.
Gullah is the most authentic African culture in America. We think Gullah came from the word Gola. The Gola tribe were rice-growing people in West Africa, and they were brought over to develop rice fields.
One of the major reasons why we were selected from the west coast of Africa, especially those rice-producing countries like Sierra Leone, Senegal, Gambia, Angola, the rice coast, was because of our expertise in rice cultivation. We came here with specialized skills, and so we were assigned specific tasks. And if we completed those tasks, let's say by noon, then we had the rest of the day, quote unquote, as free time.
They were pretty much left alone certain times in the year, and so they were able to really practice the African way of life. And so it has sustained itself over the last 100, 150 years.
And so that's why you still see Gullah so prevalent in these areas as opposed to maybe in the upper state or other parts of the country. Negro spirituals are really pure West African chants. And if you went back to the coast of West Africa, you'll hear those blue notes and you'll hear that sound, which was the basis for our American music, jazz, blues, spirituals, and gospel.
It's the music of the ancestors, and in singing these spirituals, you feel their spirit. It's the music that belongs to us, so it's important that in singing these songs that we remember them.
I done what you told me to do. 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 I done what you told me to do.
The spirituality of the Gullah people is first and foremost, and family is another aspect that is so very important to the Gullah people. Spirituality, family, food, music, and the language.
Really what the Gullah Geechee language is an English-based Creole language. We can just drop one letter from a word and just change the sound altogether. We would probably say, oh, we out here in the yard, okay? We wouldn't say that. We say, we there in the yard. And you really have to know the language to know what we're saying. And that what really made us ashamed of it, because people say it was broken English that we were speaking. But we was just communicating. I mean, we were talking. It was our language. And what people don't have a language?
Historically, art has defined the culture. So you take the ingeniousness of people from West Africa and other parts of Africa that brought with them their talents. And when you look at the various architectural design, landscape design, the art of food, cuisine, the art of fabric, the art of architecture, everything imaginable is framed within the context of art. And that takes people. And most of the people were from West Africa.
I sold the sweetgrass baskets. It's an art form that was brought from Sierra Leone, West Africa, and it has survived for at least 300 to 400 years. And it was on the plantations where they needed the baskets for utility, for cleaning the rice and toting fruits and vegetables out of the fields. So the basket has a lot of history behind it. It's not just an ordinary basket, but it's very cultural, it's very important, it's very unique to the Gullah culture. And just anybody can't do a basket, at least not the Gullah sweetgrass basket. This basket has to be taught from a relative or someone in that community.
Most Gullah people have certain things that they do. For example, our foodways. I think food is one of our strongest traditions that we still hold.
Gullah Geechee food is very, very seasonal, very farm fresh, lots of seafood, shrimp, crabs, because, we live right here on the water. Food brings back memories, food brings back your spiritual memory and your DNA. it also keeps that balance between modernization and the past.
This culture is part of your culture. You cannot have the complete story of American history without South Carolina history. You cannot have South Carolina history without Gullah history.
I'm gonna clap my hands, cause I want to. I'm gonna clap my hands, because I can. I'm gonna clap my hands, because I want to. I'm gonna clap my hands, because I can.
Singing about, you got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You better mind. You better mind. You got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You better mind. You better mind. You got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. Walking around here from door to door, you're talking about things that you really don't know. You got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You better mind. You better mind. You got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You better mind. You better mind. You got to give an account. You better mind. You got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You go in the field and you don't want to fight. You join the church but you won't live right. You got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You better mind. You better mind. 'Cause you got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You better mind. You better mind. 'Cause you got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind. You got to give an account at the judgment. You better mind.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We certainly thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody for tuning in. We're Ranky Tanky. We are from Charleston, South Carolina, and it's a pleasure to be here on such a historic land, and one that's very near and dear to us. Being descendants of Gullah, it's a very emotional experience anytime you step on ground like this, on Daufuskie and Haig. So thank you for having us. Ranky Tanky, we are a quintet, like I said, based out of Charleston, South Carolina. And what we do is we interpret Gullah songs, poems, kids' games even, and we give them more of a little contemporary spin. A lot of our songs are ones that some people may have heard before in one form or another, probably growing up and didn't necessarily know the root of the song, but it is in fact Gullah, uniquely Gullah. And we have been together now for about 4.5 years, and our music has afforded us to go all over the world, so we're very proud to spread our wings and spread a lot of the Gullah traditions musically all over the world.
Yeah, as Charlton was saying, we started this group a little over 4 years ago with some very modest ambitions. You know, we thought that it'd give us an opportunity to get together, to play. We've known each other for over 20 years, and we have played in a lot of different contexts together, but we had since gone separate ways, but always kept in touch and always kept up with one another, and we're looking for a way to just reunite. And we thought that if we kind of hung our hat on the traditional music of Gullah culture, it might give us an opportunity to share our South Carolina culture with the world. And we thought we would book a few shows, and boy, did we do that and a lot more. It seems the Lord had other plans, and we ended up playing over 200 shows at this point, and it all kind of culminated in January, where we won a Grammy Award for Best Regional Roots Music Album. And most historically, and what we're most proud of is that is the first time that Gullah culture has ever been recognized formally at the Grammy Awards, and it was really a special moment, not only for us, but for all of the Low Country, and we felt so very, very proud to be a part of that. So it was really, really beautiful. We've since been grounded, and we all know why, but we're here to celebrate and have a good time. So we want to play for you now the title track from our Grammy Award-winning album.
I like how you say that. That's good.
This is called Good Time. Good time, a good time. We gon' have a time. Good time, a good time. We gon' have time. Good time, a good time. We gon' have a time. Good time, a good time. We gon' have time. Good time, a good time. We gon' have a time. Good time, a good time. We gon' have time. Good time, a good time. We gon' have a time. When we all get together, we gon' have a time. I got a letter from Tennessee. My sweetheart writing to me. Oh, Red Rabbit, shake it in the tree. died with a habit. In my garden, eating up cabbage. One of these days, it won't be long. You look for me here, and I'll be gone. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Good time, we gon' have a time. Good time, a good time, we gon' have time. Good time, a good time, we gon' have a time. Good time, a good time, we gon' have time. Good time, a good time, we gon' have a time. Good time, a good time, we gon' have time. Good time, a good time, we gon' have a time. When we all get together, we gon' have a time.
Thank you.
Embark on a journey with us tonight to one of the Low Country's sea islands that can only be described as paradise. Nestled between Savannah and Hilton Head and only accessible by boat, we welcome you to one of our state's most treasured locations, Haig Point on Daufuskie Island. White sand beaches, ancient oaks, Spanish moss, and historical landmarks. Without a bridge to the mainland, it is filled with few paved roads that take you back to another time. Haig Point on Daufuskie Island is a remarkable private community that is filled with peaceful sea marshes, secluded beaches, championship golf courses, equestrian center, and hospitality reserved for friends, not strangers. Daufuskie Island has been inhabited for thousands of years and possesses a rich and unique history and a culture that we hope you will get to experience tonight. From early inhabitants to the spirit and culture of the Gullah community, this pristine island is the perfect place for South Carolinians to join together tonight to celebrate the rich Gullah Geechee traditions of our region, but also to have a real impact in helping families that are truly struggling because of COVID-19 this year. Collectively, we are raising financial support from Mill Village Farms and the entire FoodShare SC network and partner nonprofit organizations working across South Carolina to provide good and healthy food for all, especially during this time of such extraordinary need. Welcome to Haig Point on Daufuskie Island, and we hope you enjoy tonight's event.
Here they're coming.
Good evening. Awesome. We are coming to you live. Wow, what an amazing night. What a beautiful view from Haig Point on Daufuskie Island in South Carolina. I want to personally welcome each and every one of you. You made it, and it's time to get this party started. My name is Dan Weidenbender, and I'm the Executive Director of Mill Village Farms, as well as our parent organization, Mill Community Ministries. And we're beyond grateful for you guys joining us in your homes tonight, streaming live this amazing event here from Haig Point. We have over 500 guests joining us tonight, wow, from all over South Carolina, from upstate to the Midlands to here at the coast. And we're so thankful for each and every one of you that's binding together, most importantly, to support families that are facing hardships due to COVID-19. We hope tonight you'll give generously to help support this amazing work. As you can tell, we have an amazing lineup for you tonight. We'll begin cooking soon with our star-studded culinary talent, our very own Daufuskie native Chef Sally Ann Robinson, Chef Sean Garcia, Chef Taylor Griffin, and of course our musical guest who opened us up, the recently Grammy Award-winning band Ranky Tanky. So get your boxes and your ingredients ready at home and get ready to have a fun time with us tonight. And what a year. As we know, though, it's been an incredible year for so many of those that may have lost income, lost their jobs, that are facing immense adversity due to COVID-19. Every year, throughout the year, we normally are filling boxes, the same boxes that you took home, filling them with fresh and fruits and vegetables every other week across our state, with over 15 pounds of fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as a bilingual recipe card. We're also part of an amazing FoodShare SC network that you'll get to learn more later in the show. We've got folks across the state that are launching and run FoodShare networks doing the same work, from Spartanburg to Orangeburg to our good friends down in Lancaster and Columbia, as well as across the Lowcountry. And since COVID-19, collectively, these nonprofit organizations have already distributed over 40,000 fresh food boxes. That's over 600,000 pounds of fresh food. Yeah, so we can give a round of applause to the amazing organizations that are represented. I know y'all are all watching at home. Each nonprofit has created such innovative solutions to help meet the growing need and demand for healthy food in our neighborhoods, especially this year. So tonight we need your financial generosity to help feed even more. And so we've got a few helpful pointers for you as you go through this virtual experience together with us. First, as a virtual event, we're all at the mercy of our own internet providers. So if you ever lose connection or speed, hang with us, refresh your browser, and we'll be right back to the good show. If you have issues during the night, we have an amazing hotline that you can call and reach out to one of our representatives if you're ever having trouble or want to give over the phone. You can call us at 866-244-8372. The last tip. We hope you interact with us. I know many of you are watching it on Facebook, on our feed. We hope you'll watch that with us. You can get onto our Facebook. We hope you'll introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and help us get the party started. On Facebook comments, we're going to share some exciting donor awards. We're going to celebrate giving together, and do some amazing work together. And last but not least, I'd like to tell you about some donor awards that we're going to also cue later this evening. Together, we're going to hope to raise over $75,000 tonight to help feed even more families, so we hope that you'll give generously and help support us. I'd like to recognize the CEO of Haig Point that's with us, Doug Egley. Where are you at? I know he's here with us. Thanks for Haig Point, welcoming us into such a beautiful place, and some of our amazing sponsors that have helped us make this event possible. You can find those on the back of your menu card at home, but I'd like to give a special shout out to a special few. Table 301 and Carl Sobozinski, who you'll get to meet soon. They're the magic that make this event happen, and the beautiful boxes that you got at home. I'd like to recognize the Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa, our official resort sponsor. Big shout out to them. We'll talk about them later tonight. We also have if you didn't know, Daufuskie has their own distillery. Shout out. So Daufuskie Island Distillery, some of the best rum and liquor you can get. They're our official dessert sponsor. I hope you'll enjoy some of the sauce that includes some of their rum, as well as Molina Healthcare. I know we've got some representatives from across the state from Molina that have helped support us. And last but not least, House of Rayford. So thank you to some of those key sponsors. We also have some more amazing sponsors on the back of your menu card, so we hope you'll show them some love and thank them for helping make this event possible. Next up, we have a special guest that I'd like to introduce to you, my special friend Carl Sobozinski, who's visiting here from Greenville to help join us. He's going to help us get us started on our cocktail. Carl has been instrumental. As we all know, the hospitality industry has faced such hardships this year, and Carl has been relentless in his pursuit to help the community despite having to make some significant pivots. He's helped us run these events and done an amazing job for our community, and so we're so grateful to have him here tonight. He's going to get us started and introduce our culinary concert lineup from there.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. As Dan said, let's get this party started. So what's the best way to do that? Let's start out with a cocktail. When cooking at home, I always love to start with a nice glass of wine to cook along with, or a fresh cocktail. something seasonal. For those of you at home, if you're cooking with the children, please keep the rum out of it and maybe just take the spiced apple cider and heat it up a little bit and make a nice hot apple cider for them. But we're going to get things started, like I said, with our cocktail. Dan, I want to thank you for the great work that you all do at Mill Village, and we would not be here today were it not for a partnership and a relationship with Mill Village and with Dan coming to us in the midst of this pandemic, and their main fundraiser, Sunday Supper, coming up just a few weeks after our state and our country was closed down. So to use that famous word everybody's using, pivot, we pivoted and said we can't let it go without being done. So let's come up with a new and unique way to entertain and host things at our home and still bring great food and great culinary into people's homes. And that's where this virtual dinner idea came to be. So this is our, I don't even know, fourth, fifth one of these that we've done just together with these organizations and several more along the way. I was very thankful and proud to host one of them in my backyard, which I thought was quite impressive at one point in time. But I don't know if you guys can all see, and we do have the dolphins swimming out there in the background, but there's not much better place to be. So thank you to Haig Point for having us. So our cocktail tonight is the rum spiced cider smash. And so if you're at home and you have some rum, I would suggest that you do about 2 ounces of rum. And I'm making a few, so I'll do a little bit more. And then equal amount of the spiced apple cider that you've got from Southern Press Juicery. That is one of our restaurants in Greenville. It's a cold pressed juice bar, 100% plant-based restaurant. And these apples came from Lively Farms up in Hendersonville, North Carolina. So local to us and some of the best and in season. So I would do equal amounts. I'm going to do a little bit more because I like my cider. Make sure y'all can see. And then we'll just stir that a little bit. And you can, if you like, nice thing about cooking and making cocktails is you can adjust things to your taste. So I'm going to put a few dashes of bitters in mine. But you could add simple syrup if you like your drinks a little on the sweeter side. Maybe start out with a couple dashes of bitters and see if that suits. And then go from there. You can always add more. Oh, and I almost forgot the most important thing for those of you at home. If you have not preheat your oven, you're in trouble. So put the cocktail down, because I know most of you started at about 4, and go preheat the oven, because you're going to be way behind when we get to these guys. All right, so. And I always like to mix a drink, and that's what I would suggest in a shaker. And mix your drink and then put fresh ice in your serving glass, in your rocks glass. And then we'll just pour that over the ice. And if you have some fresh orange, you can do a little orange twist, an orange peel, and just garnish it like that so that your guests see a nice cocktail, and then take a sip. Pretty darn good. If I had some simple syrup, I'd throw a little bit in there. So those are our cocktails for this evening. I hope you all at home enjoy those, and you're ready to do some cooking. So let me introduce the stars of the show, and let's get this party started. So I'd like to start off on the far end here with Taylor Griffin, the host chef here at Haig Point, and as he told me, a native of Daufuskie Island, born and raised here. So spent some time here. And closest to me, my partner in crime at Sobeys New South Cuisine, going on his 3rd decade. He hasn't completed all 3 of those decades, or he'd be a little bit older, but Chef Sean Garcia, our executive chef at Sobeys. And then I had to slim down this resume a little bit. But over here in the middle are another host chef this evening, an American cookbook author, a cultural historian, and my favorite way to address and introduce Sally Ann Robinson is Gullah Diva.
Yes. All
So
right.
cheers. Let's get it going.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, folks, we're going to get this party started. Woohoo! So first, what we're going to do is, have you got in your little packet some crab cakes? So we're going to actually just go ahead and get the oven. I'm hoping your oven is heated so that we can get these crabs baked. What you just do is take them out of, let me just get one of these, out of the packet, put on your pan, and then we're going to stick it in that heated oven, okay? So in here we go. Let's get this crab in here. Awesome. Close the door, and it's now baking. Okay, our next step is I need to go ahead, and this pan is hot. We wanted to get it hot, add a little oil here. Yes. Get that in, and then my chicken, please. We're going to get the chicken ready. You got your packet of chicken. So what we're going to do is get that open and start getting this seared. And I'm just going to make sure we get this done here. And we have several pieces of these chicken in here. So the pan is hot. What we're going to do is start just putting them in. All right, hear that? It's hot. Chicken has already been clean and ready to go. All righty. Oh, the smells and sound good. Awesome. So we're just going to get all those in here. Get my little hand wash here. Got a little wet rag. There's my wet rag here. Want to do a little wet, wash my hand after the chicken. Put that there. Yes. We got a fork. We don't have a fork. Oh, here we go. Thank you. There we go. This is what we're looking for. So we're just going to turn that a little bit as it browns. And in the meantime, I have some hot water on. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rice in this pot. Thank you, love. We're just going to drop that in, cover it up. This is going on good here. So what are we doing next? Chicken is heating up. All right. It just cooled down a little bit putting all that chicken in, but it's going to build back up. And I'm just going to take a little bit of salt to go on top. A little sprinkle of pepper. Oh, it smells good up here. So, okay. What are we doing next? Whilst this oven is good. More chicken. What are we going to do next? Veggies in there? Yes. We got our veggies. We got some in here, too.
Oh, we'll add those later.
Okay, but those are the ones for the last. We got these ones. Gotcha. Awesome.
So I'm going to talk a little bit while she's getting the chicken going about some of the viewers out there that has the vegan options. We have these beautiful dark spore mushrooms. It's a whole blend of mushrooms that's cultivated in the upcountry for us. And for dishes that would be a good representation of chicken, we put that in there. We think it would work very well in being the option for that. And go along with that, you have your veggie stock in your boxes as well, where we have the chicken stock for ours. But we want to be able to offer that option out there for our guests. Me being a vegetarian, I would want something like that to try to have a glimpse of this phenomenal chef's dish, but kind of for a twist that I could enjoy.
Yes, and we're adding vegetable seasonal because sometime you might not have corn or one of the other vegetables that we cook during the summer months. So we're talking about into the fall and we're just getting some vegetable to go with your dish. You can always use substitute a vegetable. Never think that what the book says you have to, because the recipes are not carved in stone. I do want you to know that you can change to your liking and enjoy the meals, because you're the one who have to eat it. So we're almost there with our chicken here. It's still searing. Okay. What do we have next on here? I just want to.
So you continue to stew, make sure you're doing okay. Okay. So we want to get those in the oven for 7 minutes. And so yeah, we're right here.
Okay. So how are we doing with this rice here? That's doing pretty good. Just test that. Want to make sure everything is on time. My chicken. Almost there.
So how many times would you say you've made this recipe? This is tried and true, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I do love this recipe because it has to do with our yard. When I was growing up, we got our chicken from the yard, we got our vegetable from our garden. And doing this was really not like every week, but when you ate it, like my mom sometimes would do this every other week, maybe once a month. It was always like the dish you really wanted her to do more than once. And it was always everything else you wanted to cook.
Right.
So when this happened, it was like, yes, I'm going to have that chicken and vegetable soup. And it was just belly soothing.
Right.
You know, good for the soul.
I mean, each bite would kind of like, and now I'm sure when you make it and you share it with like even the viewers at home or even myself, you're going to be passing on that tradition. You're going to be passing on that feeling, and I think that's really what we're about in the culinary, where we you can sit down at a table, eat with someone, but you have those moments where you have that food and it takes you back to that memory.
Yes, it
whether
does.
it's a childhood,
Yes, it does.
whether it's somebody in your family that made this dish, or the last time I had this dish, I enjoyed it with my favorite person or my friend or family. So this is awesome that we're getting to share this dish together and work on this dish together, because I know I'm going to make the dish now, and I'm going to remember working with you and having these great conversations and hearing the enthusiasm in your voice when you talk about growing up making this dish and how excited you were when this dish was being made by your mother.
Yes.
The thing is with me and dishes like this, I hate it when they're in, because then I got to wait again until it's time to make it again, right?
Make it again. Yes, so, and whether it's your favorite or just when you want it, it's a great meal to have and enjoy, no matter what time of the season you do it. So that's one of the things I love about growing up here. Everything was in season, but yet my mom or pop or grandmom, they would always have these dishes, some of this stuff preserved.
Yeah.
So when you preserve stuff, you can always eat it any time of the year.
You capture that season, right?
You captured it, and when you sat at that table, you did not miss a beat. Your stomach was like, yes, there it is.
Sometimes I have to slow myself down, because being in the restaurant industry, we eat fast. And as chef, you know how that can be in random times, random places. But there's got hold on, I got to savor this.
Yes.
I got to take it all in. So.
Yes. So. All righty, so we're going to go ahead and get these out of the oven. And I'm going to go ahead and start. Thank you.
Oh, chef, here's those pickles.
Where do I actually, let me see what this says. Okay. So we got a minute still. Should I go ahead and put everything in?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and add the onions. We're going to make the stew.
Yep.
Make the stew here. It's not, the fire isn't boiling.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Here, sir. All right, so you've added the celery and the onions in there now.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
And just go ahead and let this simmer a little bit here.
Yeah,
the rice
is probably, we'll let this maybe build up some heat.
Yeah.
Because the good thing is at home, they're not contending with this beautiful wind and everything that we have here. So
Yes. It's lowering our temperature. Awesome. Look at this beautiful burger here. Shrimp and crab burger here. Awesome. Look at that. Woo! Delicious. Yes.
Nice okra to go with it too.
There you go. Yeah, look at that.
Perfect. Thank you,
Awesome.
chefs.
Yes. So whilst this is doing this, and what's going on for our...
All right, so as chefs gets this, going to let that simmer for a while, we want to bring it back over to Ranky Tanky and let them do their stuff.
Yes. This thing is cooking slow.
Thank you very much. One of the things, right before we went on the air, we were just chit-chatting with Chef Sally Ann, and she was telling us about growing up on Daufuskie and a lot of the experiences that she had, and how they would live off of the land and go out and fishing and prepare food and everything. And it reminded me a lot about my grandparents and how they basically did the same thing, living on the coast of South Carolina in the Allwendale community, or the 10 Mile community, just off of Capers Island, and just living off of that natural food and being prepared a certain way, and everybody getting that healthy sort of food. And it really kind of lines up with Village Farms and what they're doing here tonight. So we're very appreciative for the opportunity to perform with you all in such a wonderful event. And we ask that you continue to support them in many different ways that you can, financially with your donations. Speaking of that, thank you, Alice Sobre, Michelle Shane, Bettina Winner, Macy Whitener, Blakely Jarrett, Doug and Nancy Egley. Thank you so much for your support. And we ask that everyone continue to support such a great organization. This song that we're going to do right now is one that has lived on in a lot of the Gullah communities over the years. Whenever you go to a Gullah community, one of the main things about the community is faith, and just maintaining the faith that everything is going to be all right. And with that said, the song is simply entitled, That's All Right.
Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright.
That's alright, that's alright, that's alright, it'll be alright. Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright.
In that kingdom, that's alright.
That's alright, that's alright, that's alright, it'll be alright. Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright.
to the Father, chat with the Son, tell them all about the world that I came from. I say, since my soul's got a seat up in that kingdom, that's alright.
That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. It'll be alright. Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. It'll be alright. Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright. Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright.
Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now enjoy this video to learn more about the nonprofits your money will be supporting tonight.
At FoodShare South Carolina, we believe access to fresh, affordable food should not be limited by where you live or how much you make. That's why we're working to make it easy for every family in our state to enjoy fresh fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. The FoodShare South Carolina movement began in Columbia and since has expanded to 9 additional nonprofits throughout South Carolina. Our hope is that over the next 5 years, every South Carolinian will have access to a food share program in or near their county. You know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw the need for healthy food grow exponentially.
Every other week, locations like ours here in Greenville package and deliver thousands of fresh and healthy food boxes. Many families can't access fresh food because of limited income, lost jobs, or having to travel far to find healthy food in their neighborhoods. FoodShare combats these systemic issues through dozens of community-based organizations to provide good food to families right where they are. FoodShare teams up with Healthy Bucks, a program in South Carolina that allows SNAP and EBT beneficiaries to purchase these jam-packed food boxes for only $5. Each fresh food box even comes with a bilingual recipe full of helpful ideas on how to use the produce included each week. It's an affordable and innovative way for families to eat healthy on a budget. Now more than ever, FoodShare has had a profound impact on families across South Carolina.
This year alone, FoodShare programs throughout our state have already distributed over 40,000 fresh food boxes to families that are facing hardships. We're so grateful for your support and thank you for participating in the culinary concert.
Our son Luke is now 32 years old, but when he was almost 5, he was diagnosed with a serious brain cancer. And we're thankful for the internal medicine clinic where Luke was able to receive services, and they told us about FoodShare and about getting some boxes every month to help with the cost of food. It has been such a blessing to Luke and to our whole family.
It helps on income because my family is a little low on income, and it just helps, like, since it's cheaper, there's more options to cook healthy. Like, it really helps a lot.
FoodShare has really been a blessing to my family because during this time with being unemployed and helping another family member that lives with me, it has helped us cost-wise to be able to expand our food base a little bit more. But it has also been a blessing to some other low-income and disadvantaged seniors that live in my neighborhood. I've been blessed with some extra funds to be able to get boxes for them too, and that has really blessed me.
Thank you so much for your generosity as we continue to expand our program to reach more families across South Carolina with good, healthy food. FoodShare is dedicated to serving cities all across our state as we ensure every neighborhood has access to fresh food.
Thank you so much from the University of South Carolina School of Medicine and FoodShare South Carolina in Columbia.
Thank you from Second Helpings and FoodShare in Bluffton and Beaufort. We appreciate your support.
Thank you so much.
From Hope and Lancaster.
And FoodShare Lancaster.
Thank you from Hilton Head Island and the Deep Well Project, where we've been feeding people for about 50 years. Thanks.
Thank you from Ruth's Belize and FoodShare Spartanburg.
Thank you from Mill Village Farms and FoodShare Greenville.
Thank you
From Ace Food Hub and
FoodShare Orangeburg.
The vision of FoodShare South Carolina is to ensure fresh access to produce for all members of our community. Thank you for making that a reality for families in your community through your generosity.
Thank you so much. Wow, what a great video. I have my good friend Bev Wilson here who's going to share a little bit. She's the executive director of FoodShare SC, and she's the queen bee of all things good and healthy in South Carolina. So I'm going to introduce her, and she's going to share us a little bit more about how you can help support these great work happen across South Carolina.
Thanks, Dan. My name's Beverly Wilson, and I'm the co-founder and executive director for FoodShare South Carolina. We're so grateful for your support tonight. Over the last 6 months, we've been able to double the number of fresh food boxes that we've packed and distributed throughout our state. Yeah, thank you. And we're dependent on your support tonight throughout the state. There are 3 ways you can give. You can text GIVE to 8088, 80888, excuse me. 80888. You can go to culinaryconcert.org, or you can take your donation card and send this back in along with your check. Again, we're so grateful for your support tonight. Thank you.
So we mentioned earlier we've got some amazing donor awards that you can find on culinaryconcert.org. If you want to hop back over there and scroll down, you can see a little bit more about these donor awards, but we're going to quickly introduce those. We have an amazing donor award. In fact, I'm going to grab it here. Our very own published author, South Carolina chef and gullah diva, Sally Ann Robinson, her newest cookbook. She is going to provide signed copies to the first 30 people that donate at least $100. We'll get a signed cookbook. Sally, tell us a little bit about this cookbook and all the hard work and the stories that you've told in this. I've read some of the book, and it's inspirational.
Yes, this third cookbook, I decide to add new and old and some critiquing that I've been doing through my life and years of cooking. And what I love about all my books is that I tell the stories about how we did these things growing up, the task it was. And these are just wonderful, mouth-watering recipes that you will just enjoy. And the stories to go with it, just to give you an idea of how things was. But all the tough love and all the great food came together at the table, and we just enjoyed one another as a family.
Love it. Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Sally Ann. In fact, the recipes that you're all eating tonight come straight from this book. So if you enjoyed tonight's dinner and you want more of a taste of it, be sure to snag this donor award before it's too late. We're going to introduce our next donor award with one of a dear friend to our organization, Dorothy Shane, who's an artist, has been just incredibly talented, such a lovely, generous spirit. She's here with us tonight. Dorothy is going to share a little bit about some of these amazing aprons that she's custom painted. So I'm going to pass it to Dorothy, and she's going to tell us a little bit about some of the hard work she's done to help make this exciting donor award a reality.
Thank you, Dan. I'm so honored to be here tonight, and am just a huge fan of the work that all of you do. So the way I came into play tonight is I'm an artist based out of Greenville, South Carolina, and so we were, from a culinary standpoint, trying to find a fun way to involve art in this process to raise funds for Mill Village, and we have 30 aprons that I painted in my studio in Greenville, and they are signed and numbered, and they will all raise funds for Mill Village tonight. So they are on the website. I think we currently have 25 left.
They're going hot.
So I hope you will grab one, and yeah, they are fun, and I hope they'll make you think of this special night. So thank you again, Dan.
Thanks so much, Dorothy. You can find more images online. You can check out Dorothy on Instagram. She's a fabulous artist. Besides from being a talented artist, as you can tell, just such a generous spirit and so just so talented on top of being so generous and helping support us tonight. So we hope you'll snag one of these. Again, before it's too late, they're going fast, people. So make sure to snag one of these amazing, talented, limited edition, never will happen again, beautiful painted aprons. We're going to move on to our next donor award. We've got a good friend, Steve, as I set this down, is going to join me here on the stage. Steve works with the Hilton Head at the Westin Hilton Head Resort and Spa. They're our official resort sponsor, if we didn't mention that already. He's got an amazing reward to share with us tonight to help us raise even more money for good food across South Carolina. Steve.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us. We always look for great opportunities to support the local community. We're actually celebrating our 35-year anniversary at the Westin this year, so we always look for great partners like Adam and Doug and this great cause. So we actually have a 2-night stay with breakfast for 2 and a $100 credit to come stay at the fabulous Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa. So please, get your bids in, and we'd love to have you at the resort.
And it also includes some golfing right here on Daufuskie Island
right.
at Haig Point. We'll get you on the ferry and get you a round of golf for 2 here. You will not want to miss it. I've gotten to see some of the golf courses here, so be sure to grab that. The first 2 donors to give $1,500 will get this exciting golf getaway here to Hilton Head and enjoy the Westin. We're so excited for them. Thank you so much for your support in this event, and thank you for all you do.
Thanks for being a part.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much.
it.
Well, last and not last, but certainly not least, this is certainly the one you want to jump on before it's too late, is the ultimate Daufuskie Island getaway. I'm joined here with Adam, who's going to join me, who is Chief of Marketing, all cool things that happen at Haig Point, and he is helping make this donor award a reality. He's going to share a little bit more about that.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you everyone here, the residents of Haig Point. Haig Point is on Daufuskie Island. We're the northernmost tip of the island. It's an 1,100-acre community here on Daufuskie. There's 300 homes and about another 200 to build here at Haig Point for your dream home. We did donate a dream package for you to come and actually visit Haig Point. You can stay in the Strawn Mansion for 2 nights. It includes golf on our world-class Reese Jones golf course for 2, as well as a tour here on the island, a historic Daufuskie Island tour with Sally Ann Robinson herself. So please, we'd love for you to come. She's back dancing over my shoulder here. I know, the most disappointing part of COVID has not been being not able to give Sally Ann a big hug. I'm dreaming about the time I can give her a hug again. Anyway, so go online, culinaryconcert.org. Please bid on this, the $2,000 instant donor reward. We look forward to it. And please, we want to see you here at Haig Point.
Thanks so much, Adam. Thanks so much again to Haig Point for making this package and making this whole experience a reality. We appreciate your hard work. All right, well, I'm sure it's smelling amazing back at your homes and in your kitchens. We got to finish up our entree so you guys can get some grub. So we're going to pass it back to our culinary team who's going to help us roast some vegetables. So back to the chefs.
There you go.
Yes.
So as Chef said earlier, throughout the season, you can kind of change up the recipe depending on what's in season.
Yes.
Or like she said, even putting up vegetables and preserving them. During the growing season, you want to open up that can or that jar out of the cupboard and add in there. But today we wanted to add some kind of the fall inspired. We did the carrots, the cauliflower. We'll get those with a little bit of the oil in there, get them into that oven that's still nice and hot. That's preheated. So we want to get these in.
I'll get those in for you. Yes.
All right. And we'll let those stay in there for a while. And we'll add that in as like the dish comes together. We're going to add, when the chicken gets together, the roasted vegetables. That's just, that roasting is going to add a little bit more caramelization to that, bring out the sweetness in them. And just really kept developing this chicken dish as it comes back together, marries in together, and really kind of just starts hitting those notes.
Yes.
So during the year, you would normally have tomatoes and corn in this
Tomatoes,
during the summertime,
corn,
right?
yes. Peas or beans. Yes.
Beans and peas.
Beans, yes.
Yeah, definitely. One of my favorite times to kind of enjoy is during the growing season,
Yes.
but let it extend on further. So.
Yes. And right now, we're just going to go ahead and check our chicken. All right. We're going to get them. I'm just going to put this here. Check our chicken here. That's cooking. Oh, it smells so good over here. You know, we talk about smell-o-vision.
There you go.
We got the smell of air. Okay, so we're going to get ready for this.
No, we'll just let it.
Okay.
Yep.
Should wait for a minute. Just stir that for time being there.
Okay, looks good.
All right, our roasted vegetable are in the oven. And
I think we're still
just waiting.
Yeah, we're just waiting for this to simmer.
Waiting on the vegetables.
Yep. So
Okay.
once those get together, we'll kind of get the chicken out. We'll get that added. We'll get start plating, thinking about plating the dish, and we're almost there. We're very
almost there.
Yeah.
Almost time to eat.
So, I think the band's going to get back together here in a minute and play some more music. But what's some other stories about growing up here on the island
my
that you'd love to
gosh.
share with us?
Growing, every time I think about any of the time as a child growing up, I can see myself wide-eyed, bushy tail, running through the woods, because we did a lot of that. We would hunt during hunting season. We did the vegetable during the gardening time, early spring. We had to get out there. Mom and Pop would we would be the seed droppers for the vegetable. Pop would always say, you know, there's two people that should drop your vegetable seed so it'll grow well. And we wanted to know who, and he said, well, little kids and a pregnant woman. And we're like, why those two? He said, because they both growing.
They're both growing.
They both growing. One growing out and one growing up.
This is the stories is what I'm loving about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
So.
I mean, we didn't have TV. We didn't have the entertainment. So for what it was worth, they were our entertainment as we show here the Rinky Tank.
There we go.
Thank you.
Diane Smock, thank you very much. Christopher and Karen Kelson, thank you very much. Laura Beard, thank you. Kelly Willens, Jennifer Moore, Greg Talente, Russell Stahl, Carol Powell, we very much appreciate you very much for your donation. Mark Salkin, Norma Bannon, Elizabeth Rhodes, Debbie Nelson. Oh, wow, this is so beautiful, all of these people. Lisa Troop, Denton Burnett, Jill Erickson, Minor Shaw, Catherine Boss, Kelly Evans, Carl Sabasinski, I hope I said that right, Connie Williamson, and Richard Banner. We very much appreciate your support. Thank you all so much. This song is called Turtle Dove. Hope you enjoy it.
Turtle dove done drooped his wings. Turtle dove done drooped his wings. Turtle dove done drooped his wings. Went down to Zion Hill to sing. Adam and Eve, do-do-do. Adam and Eve, don't tell that to me. Meet me at the door, don't tell that to me. Asasalado, salasuri. My name is written on David's line. My name is written on David's line. My name is written on David's line. Gonna go to heaven on the wheels of time. Adam and Eve, do-do-do. Adam and Eve, don't tell that to me. Meet me at the door, don't tell that to me. Asasalado, salasuri. to heaven, I know the rules. When I get to heaven, I know the rules. When I get to heaven, I know the rules. Kick 'em right down to the bathing pool. Adam and Eve, do-do. Adam and Eve, don't tell that to me. Meet me at the door, don't tell that to me. Asasalado, salasuri. Turtle dove done drooped his wings. Turtle dove done drooped his wings. Turtle dove done drooped his wings. Went down to Zion Hill to sing. Adam and Eve, do-do-do. Adam and Eve, don't tell that to me. Meet me at the door, don't tell that to me. Asasalado, salasuri. Thank you. Down in the darkness, yeah. Stand by me. Down in the valley, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stand by me. Don't leave me lonely, yeah, yeah. Stand by me. Oh Lord, stand by me. This world is trouble, yeah. Hey. Stand by me. This world is broken, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stand by me. I need you to heal me, Lord. Stand by me. Oh Lord, stand by me. I know that you'll be there for me. I know you be my eyes to see. Forever find me faithfully, thankfully, thankfully. Be my redeemer, yeah. Stand by me. You'll be my healer, yeah, yeah. Stand by me. You'll be my teacher, yeah, yeah. Stand by me. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Stand by me in this house, Father. Hey. Stand by me. We call your name, Lord. Stand by me. We sing your name, Lord. Stand by me. Oh Lord, stand
you'll be there for me. I know you'll be my eyes to see. Forever find me faithfully, thankfully, thankfully. Be my redeemer, yeah. Stand by me, you be my healer, yeah, yeah. Stand by me, you be my teacher, yeah, yeah. Stand by me, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Stand by me in this house, Father, yeah, Lord. Stand by me, we call your name, Lord. Stand by me, we sing your name, Lord. Stand by me, oh Lord, oh, stand by me, oh Lord, stand by me, oh Lord, stand by me. Hey.
Yeah.
Said I want you to stay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'd also like to say thank you. Thank you, Trish O'Neill, Jonathan Flamholt, Susan Stahl, Cindy Kirk, Gail Glover, and Peter Vasca. Thank you very much for your donation. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes. And now we're going to send it all back. That's right, girl. That's right.
Folks, we have gotten the vegetable out of the oven. So those of you who have been roasting your vegetable, they're ready. I'm going to pass this to Chef. We're also going to start. We got to get this chicken out before we do the peas. Yeah, because we got to get it shredded. We're going to get these chicken out so we can get them shredded. Ooh, that nice stock in there.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll go ahead and get the peas in. We're going to add the peas in whilst we're getting those chicken pieces together. All right. Smells good up here.
Okay. I think now we can talk about the wine that was included in everybody's box if you're following along at home. This is our Clubhouse Chardonnay. It is bottled for us in Tezza Solbrenta, Italy, by the Torti Vineyards. I've had it a few times. It has a nice sort of appley, fruity taste. It's not too oaky. Kind of reminds me of like freshly baked bread. I don't know. It's got a nice aroma to it. But with that, I think at this point you're supposed to turn your oven off and maybe pop your dessert in there.
Yes, I think that'll do us some justice. Turn this oven off and.
So everybody's got their
your
sweet bread at home. I'm gonna make sure you take your take the plastic off.
Yes,
do not.
please.
Do not.
And we'll just stick this in.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Awesome.
And you want to go ahead and shred the chicken, then we'll start putting this all back together and let it kind of come up. Yep, peas are in. We'll go ahead and put
we are.
We'll go ahead and add that in
those
now.
in.
Our roasted vegetables, nice and beautiful.
Alrighty. Stir that in. Nice, beautiful colors. And that's what we're looking for. When you're cooking, color actually just makes it so inviting. You know, you definitely want that flavor going on with all that beautiful color. The chef here. Add these good old chicken to it. Yes. Awesome.
Very hot.
Awesome. So tell me, I know You grew up in a city more like.
Mill Village.
Mill Village.
You know, it's
Okay.
fitting. You know, the name is Mill Village Farms. So yes, I grew up in the Mill Village up in
Okay.
Spartanburg County. You know, as we were talking earlier, I had a phenomenal great grandmother who was the oldest of 19 kids.
Wow.
So growing up, being that, you're almost a parent immediately. You're going to help take care of the young
Yes,
ones.
you do.
And then my grandmother, who I grew up in her restaurant.
Awesome.
At her coat tails, I guess you'd say, or apron tails. And then my mom, all phenomenal, very, very influential Southern women who really ingrained a lot in me about taking care of people, hospitality, and just going that extra mile, you know, above and beyond for the guests, but also the guests that would come to my grandmother's restaurant were family, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Because our guest was our family. And we took care of
everybody was family.
Yeah. So that's how it
we saw
was.
it too. Yeah. You come in, we never met a stranger.
And you set a spell with us.
Yes. And you sit a spell and we break bread
That's
and we
right.
have all these stories we're sharing over this wonderful meal. Then you don't want to leave.
Exactly. Yeah. You're exactly right. So, oh, look at that.
Yes, this chicken. Oh, man. Look at this coming together here. Not only is it just tasty, it's a filling, it's light, it's not too heavy. And we have our rice here. I have this. Gonna get this rice out of this hot pot here. And open this up.
While your water's still warm, you can go ahead and put your rum sauce in there to warm up for the when you're ready for dessert.
Yes.
So.
And Chef, I'm gonna just let you
Okay.
put that on that plate.
I think that will spoon.
Yes. This is looking good.
Oh yeah.
And we're plating up for the rice. We're getting it ready for this chicken stew and vegetable.
Okay.
Awesome. So you'll set your plate up. Tell me when we're ready.
All right, you can go ahead and plate.
We can plate.
Yep.
Why don't you come?
All right.
I'll just go ahead and get these back in here and
All
get oh.
Oh yeah.
Look at this dish, beautiful chicken and vegetable dish.
Get some
Awesome.
of those peas and the cauliflower and
Oh,
the roasted carrots.
so beautiful.
And you were talking about color, you know?
Yes.
All those different colors is kind of like a
Inviting.
yeah, it's a palette of food.
Yes.
Painters paint. We cook with colors and food and flavors and textures.
There you go. Look at that
There you-
beautiful, beautiful plate there.
Yeah. Oh, we could actually we'll present it right here so the camera and
Yes.
everyone can see it.
There we go.
There we are.
Awesome, easy, delicious. You just can't say enough when you're eating good, healthy food. And growing up on a farm, or whether you grew up on an island where we grew all these vegetables, raised our animals. I mean, we had it all right there. You know, folks used to ask me, say, but how do you live on this island? And I turn and say, like normal people. And they look at me like, oh, no, but you don't have any grocery stores here. You don't have any movie theaters here. I say, honey, we don't need those stuff. We entertain each other ourselves. And our grocery store was always the backyard, the river, or the woods. So, and we didn't have to take a certain amount of money in there to go get those things. And we got the freshest and the most organic vegetables and food ever. I never knew we ate so well. Growing up as kids, all I knew the food was good.
Right.
And you better get to the table because if you don't, you will miss out. Okay? Because Mom always said, get in here and eat because you got more work to do.
There you
You know, you got this belly full, but you had to work it off as well. So I just can't tell you enough how great it was to grow up on Daufuskie, raising our vegetable. And now when I go and see going to the store and you buy all this stuff, and I just think back of how it was for us and how people depend on the store for how they get stuff and don't have a clue how that chicken laying there was running around some hours ago.
But to hear you describe that is all of us as chefs' dream we grew our own vegetables, we raised our own animals, we
Yes.
had our, we foraged, we hunted ourselves. So literally, the farm to table that we're all about today as chefs was what we were doing already
All
for
the
generations
time.
already. So we're kind of
Yes.
reverting back. So
We were organic before we knew what organic
exactly.
was. And I mean, still today, I'm just proud to know that, people are still enjoying fresh farm raised vegetable and wanting to do them themselves. I always say, get a flower pot. Start vegetable in a flower pot if you don't have a big yard. You actually can do that. When I lived in Savannah, my peppers and onions and stuff, they were in pots. And they grew beautiful. Sweet potatoes, white potatoes, all these stuff grow really wonderful in pots too for you to have.
Or even start out with herb garden.
Herb garden is
that's
just
an easy
awesome. Very much
into gardening or growing anything.
Yes.
You snip out what you need, and that's
it.
the start. So
Yes.
all right.
Awesome. All right.
And we're going to pass it back over to our phenomenal music guest, Ranky Tanky.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. One of the things that we've noticed is we've been very fortunate to travel all over the world and throughout our great country, is that we encounter a lot of folks that are maybe not from the low country area or southeastern part of the United States that probably aren't familiar with the Gullah community until we hip them to a few things that they probably have heard of. One of the things that we prominently talk about is how, some of the most beloved songs from the Gullah community are, there's probably the most famous song in the Gullah history has got to be Kumbaya. Everybody knows Kumbaya or even maybe Michael Row the Boat Ashore. And they quickly discover that there are things from the community that they know of but probably did not know the exact source. And so right now we're going to play a song associated with the Gullah community. You've probably heard it before. I think the Rolling Stones have a very good rendition of it. This is entitled You Gotta Move. You
You gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta move, child, oh, you gotta move. When the Lord gets ready, you gotta move. Sometimes I ask, sometimes I don't, and sometimes I will, but sometimes I just won't. But when the Lord gets ready, you gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta move, child. Oh, you gotta move. When the Lord gets ready, you gotta move. Thank you very much. You gotta move. Thank you very much. And thank you to Carl Walter, Heidi Woods, Kathy Simmons, Julie Clem, the Clean family, Kelson family, Jim and Millie Wassam, and Denton Burnett. Thank you so very much for your contribution and donation tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna do another song right now. This is off of our Grammy award-winning album. This is a beautiful song entitled Pay Me My Money Now. Pay me my money down. Pay me, I'll go to jail. Pay me my money down. Oh, pay me, pay me, pay me my money down. Pay me, I'll go to jail. Pay me my money down. 40 nights at sea. Pay me my money down. Captain work every dime out of me. Pay me my money down. If I be a rich man's son, pay me my money down. I sit on the river and I watch it run. Pay me my money down. Oh, pay me, hey, pay me my money down. Pay me, I'll go to jail. Pay me my money down. Oh, pay me,
Thank you very much. We'd like to right now pass it back over to our fine chefs. You know I've been waiting for this part. This is the dessert.
And folks, we are back, and now we're going to talk about dessert. Oh my gosh. We have sweet potato cornbread. Now, folks, if you have never had it and you love sweet potato and cornbread, this is an amazing dessert here. So, Chef,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to
Y'all
tell how we do this.
Okay. So y'all are in for a treat. So you should pull your warmed cornbread out of the oven. Shouldn't be too hot. Your oven's off, but be careful. We already have some cut up right now, so I'm going to take a nice chunk of that, set it right on the plate.
Yes.
You're also going to pull the caramel sauce that you had in the water out of the water. It's all right to let it cool down for a second so you're not burning yourself while you're trying to get the sauce out. I've put the sauce in a bowl, so it's a little bit easier for me to manage.
And what's that made with?
This is made with the Daufuskie Island spiced rum that is made right here on Daufuskie.
There you go.
It is wonderful. They make a lot of great products over there. They make a bourbon that I'm a big fan of. Yeah, pour that sauce right on here. The wind's not really agreeing with me.
That's been our friend all night.
Yeah.
The wind wants some too.
There you go.
Look at that. Yes. And it is
Nice little
so
sauce.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! Woo. Yes. So, folks, tonight, as you can see, we have had our crab and shrimp burger. Then we have our chicken and vegetable dish. And our sweet potato cornbread. You cannot go around being Southern eating this. Yes. We appreciate you all. Thank you for having us. It has definitely been a joy for me with Chef
Oh, yeah.
and Chef.
Well, it's been
Now
an
I
honor
got
for-
2 new boyfriends to go with my plate.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Oh my goodness. We could stay here and do this all night and have another 4 courses. Special shout out, wow, thank you guys to our culinary team behind me, star-studded, amazing. Chef Sally Ann, give a big round of applause to her. Chef Sean Garcia from Sobeys in Greenville. And last but certainly not least, Sean Taylor Griffin, Haig Point's own, here.
Yay!
So how is your food at home? I've been seeing pictures on Facebook, on Instagram. I love seeing all the creative creations. Wow. Be sure to tag us at Village Farms, #Culinary Concert. I want to give a shout out to all the people that are in the crowd here. You might have been hearing them cheer. They've been super generous. There are Haig Point Foundation founding members, and I'd love to recognize them and see if we can pan the screen. I think we've got the camera on for the crowd if you want to wave to all of our guests at home. Thank you to the Haig Point founding members and for joining us tonight and supporting your community. Again, thank you to the over 500 people that are participating from across the state, from the comfort of your own home. How amazing is that we're all joined together? We've already raised, listen here, we've already raised over $80,000. And we're still going. We're still going. We're still going, far exceeding our goal. Thank you guys so much. Grateful to have all of your support, helping families that are in need, that are struggling this year. Again, it's so important for families. I think we all know the importance of eating healthy. We think of staying healthy in such a time of uncertainty, and we know how important it is and how expensive healthy food can be. And we're so grateful for the FoodShare SC network that is ensuring that everyone in our state has access to fresh and healthy food as a basic right. Round of applause to FoodShare SC and the food justice work that they're doing. All right. Well, we've got, of course, a long list of folks I'm going to quickly recognize. Again, Haig Point, shout out to them. Table 301, the Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa, Daufuskie Island Distillery, Molina Healthcare, House of Rayford, FCI Agency, Craig Galden Davis, Elliot Davis, Autumn Financial Group, Atticus Creative, and Community Media. Get a huge round of applause for the amazing sponsors all in the back of your menus all across the state. Thank you so much. We're going to finish our evening out listening to some more Ranky Tanky. I hope you're enjoying your dessert. Sweet potato cornbread. Round of applause for some sweet potato cornbread. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us. This is our closing remarks. The band's going to finish us out from here. So please stay on and enjoy some tunes from our good friends and Grammy Award-winning Ranky Tanky.
They take our names, they sit behind four walls, it's where we'll remain. Take our dreams, they pull us apart, but they never know our strength, they never know our hearts. We want freedom, we want freedom, we want freedom. Freedom. Take our bread, they take our schools. They say that our only choice is to play their fool. Take our land, oh, take our rights, but they never know our power. We put up the fight. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. Hey. Show you purpose. Show your mind. We're gonna show all the reasons what's right is right. Break these walls, oh, break these chains. But trouble won't last always when only love remains. We want freedom. We want freedom. Yeah. We want freedom. Freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. Yeah, 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 yeah. We want freedom. We want freedom. Oh, say, can you see? Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Freedom One of the songs that we wrote as a band, definitely with the Gullah spirit in mind. It's off of the Grammy Award-winning album. The album is entitled Good Time, and once again, that was Freedom. Woo! More coming in. Thank you, Brad Weish and Diane Smock, Norma Bannon, and Antoinette Myers. Thank you all so very much for that donation. Man, we've raised over $80,000 and still going. That's a blessing. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all. This next song that we're gonna do is another one off of the CD, and it's another original. It is entitled "All for You."
Foot up on the ladder, it's 8:15. Get this money up so I can dirty my plate. Ain't gonna catch no fish unless you use the right bait. Up in the house, sing your shoe-la-loo. I'm over yonder waiting till they get through. Sorry, but I got me something better to do. All for you, all for you, all for you, yeah, all for you. All my loving is all for you. Swept off your feet, gotta spit on that broom. Hop in your seat, give your legs some more room. On my right shoulder where they keep the full moon. Struggling in the vineyard, ain't gather no grapes. Toss them in the basket before they make an escape. Better straighten up or it's getting too late. All for you, all for you, all for you, yeah, all for you. All my loving is all for you. All for you, all for you, all for you, yeah, all for you. All my loving is all for you. Talking one day, monkey said lion, you the king in every way, but not everybody here see it that way. They talked about your mama and your grandma too polite to say what they said about you, too polite to say if what they say is true. All for you, all for you, all for you, yeah, all for you. All my loving is all for you. All for you, all for you, all for you, yeah, all for you. All my loving is 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 all for you. It's all for you. Thank you so very much. This next song is another song from our album. It's another original tune of ours. It's entitled Let Me Be. We hope you enjoy it. the earth. Let me be like the cat paw breeze, whispered me into birth. All that talk you don't walk, can't you listen? Fall on a line to find out what you're missing. Gotta get lost to exhaust all the rabbits and chase the change. Breaking your back on the slack, they gave a blessing. Taking the time and your pride to learn your lesson. I'll let you know when I know that you know that I'll break free and live again. Let me be like a cinnamon tree, grounded by the earth. Oh, let me be like the cat paw breeze, whisper me into birth. Holding your hand while you can, you gotta love them. Breaking your heart from the start to rise above them. Taking the train through the rain and the snow until you're buried in the ground. Taking away all the pay before they earn it. Making a stop, make it pop and get up on it. Don't let them cheat on your beat, you gotta own it. Break every chain, oh let me be like a cinnamon tree, grounded by the earth. Hey, let me be like the cat paw breeze, whisper me into birth. Follow that sign, drop your dime and keep it moving. Giving you time for the way of what you're choosing. Don't let a stack and attack on your back. You gotta keep them on the run. Hitting your mark is too dark to see the reason. Winter, spring, summer, and fall through every season. Staying alive while you're trying to break out. Gotta fly straight into the sun. Let me be. Yeah, come on. Let me be. Let me be. Let me be. Let me be like a cinnamon tree, grounded by the earth. Oh, let me be like the cat paw breeze, whisper me into birth. Hey. Oh, let me be like a cinnamon tree, grounded by the earth. Well, let me be like the cat paw breeze, whisper me into birth. Yeah, yeah. You gotta let me be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Once again, out there, thank you, Kate and Dante. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Sherry. More donors. Everybody, please give them a round of applause. Thank you so very much. This next song is another original of ours. It's a song about love and hope and good charity and good humanity and everything. Don't let the name of it fool you. The name of the song is Beat 'Em Down. And it's just a beautiful song, and we really like it. So we hope that you enjoy it as well.
In these hard times, filled with shadows, when a dark cloud calls my name, when these devils swarm all around me, that's when my love beats down like rain. Beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat them down. When the dark night creeps up on me like a coward in the night, they try to break me, they try to shake me, but then my heart's love shows me the light. Yeah, oh, beat 'em down, love, beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love, beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. When they accuse me, beat and abuse me, leave me bathing in my pain. They won't defeat me, break or deplete me. My love is stronger than their claim. Hey, beat 'em down, love, beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love, beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Hey, beat 'em down, love, beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love, beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys so very much. Thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight. And thank you for everybody who's contributed to this incredible cause. It's been a real pleasure for us to be here. You know, we've had the great pleasure of traveling all over the world, sharing this music with people. And we found that no matter where we go, people, no matter where they're from, have more in common than they have differences. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's right. And if you ever find yourself forgetting that, I want you to remember that everybody in the world feels pain. Sometimes you feel a pain in your head. Sometimes you feel the pain in your feet. Sometimes, my friend, you even feel the pain in your heart. Yes, Lord. And I'm here to let you know that we've got a cure. It comes from right here in the Low Country. It's called Ranky Tanky. That's right. That's right. And it sounds a little something like this. Who is the greatest?
We are the greatest.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah.
Definitive?
Yeah. All right. All right.
Hey. Old lady comes from Booster, had two hens and a rooster. Rooster died, old lady cried, she don't need eggs as she used to. Old lady comes from Booster, had two hens and a rooster. Rooster died, old lady cried, she don't need eggs as she used to.
Oh my, you look so, oh my, you look so hot.
Who business since I've been gone? Two little boys with the blue caps on, leaning on a hickory stick. Papa gonna sound them good. Stop! Pain in my head,
Ranky-tanky,
pain in my heart,
ranky-tanky,
pain in my feet,
ranky-tanky,
pain all over me,
ranky-tanky,
pain in my head,
ranky-tanky,
pain in my heart,
ranky-tanky,
pain in my feet,
ranky-tanky,
pain all over me.
so hooping in since I've been gone. Two little boys with the blue caps on, leaning on a hickory stick. Papa gonna sound them good. Stop! Paint in my head,
Ranky-tanky,
paint in my heart,
ranky-tanky,
paint in my feet,
ranky-tanky,
paint all over me,
ranky-tanky,
paint in my head,
ranky-tanky,
paint in my heart,
ranky-tanky,
paint in my feet,
ranky-tanky,
paint all over me. From Owendale, South Carolina, the one and only Mr. Charlton Singleton on the trumpet.
All the way from James Island, South Carolina, on the bass, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Hamilton.
All the way from downtown Charleston, South Carolina, on the drums, the one and only Quentin Baxter.
All the way from the top of our beautiful state, South Carolina, from Anderson, South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, on guitar and vocals, Mr. Clay Ross.
And last but certainly not least, all the way from Harleyville, South Carolina, on vocals, Kiana Parler. Check it out, my friends. Listen, I need a favor from everybody. If you like what you've been listening to tonight and you want to hear more ranky-tanky sounds, just keep in touch with us right now and take out your cell phone and text us at the word Ranky, all caps, R-A-N-K-Y. Text us at the number 66866. That's Ranky, all caps, 66866. We want to thank y'all again for listening. We want to thank everybody here for having us.
Yes.
We so greatly appreciate it. And listen, what's that? Oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you. So I got to tell you, if you're feeling pain, and I know we've all felt pain, there's one surefire way to lift yourself up, and that's just to sing a little something. So can we sing a little something together right now? Somebody say yes. Come on. All right, Daufuskie. All right, Daufuskie. Let's sing a little something. So I'm going to talk about, I want to tell you what, I'm going to sing a little something. Let's do something real simple. Like, let's just do like, okay, I got it, like this. Oh, my, you look so.
Oh, my, you look so.
Oh, my, you look so. Oh, my, you look so.
Oh my, you look so.
Said, oh, my, you look so.
Oh, my, you look so.
Say, woo. Say,
Bruh. No.
Too much.
Daufuskie, man, they're crazy out here, man. They're crazy. I think they had a little bit too much, maybe.
I think you had a little too much.
I don't know what they're doing at home, though. We can't hear them right now.
It's the rum sauce.
But
That's good.
out here on Daufuskie, it's getting a little wild right now. I like it. Well, listen. I'm feeling good around y'all right now. I'm feeling like I can trust you. So I feel like I want to open up with you a little bit. I want to know if I can talk about my pain and I can count on you to give me the cure. Can I count on you to give me the cure? So I'm going to talk about my pain. Listen, I'm going to talk about my pain. I need you to shout, ranky tanky. I need you to shout with everything that you got, ranky tanky. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it because it hurts. Pain in my head.
Ranky tanky.
Pain in my feet. Pain in my heart. Pain all over me. Pain in my head. Pain in my heart. Pain in my feet. Pain all over me. Old lady come from Worcester, had two hens and a rooster. Rooster, the old lady cried that she don't eat eggs, she used to. Old lady come from Worcester, had two hens and a rooster. Rooster, the old lady cried that she don't eat eggs, she used to. Who is the greatest? We are the greatest. 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 Are you sure? Positive, definitive.
All right.
Thank y'all so very much.
God bless you.
Thank you.